Good afternoon, guys. Here we are once again. Yeah, I did mention that I was going to make a little bit of a vlog over here in this place called Waipawa. Waipawa is about 40 kilometers inland from Hastings, from where I'm currently living. And the reason I've come over here today is I managed to catch up with some old friends of mine from, I think the last time we saw them was back in 1994. 94, was it 2004? 2004. My God, I'm getting too old. My brain's going. Anyway, yeah, 2004 was the last time I seen them before I then disappeared overseas and then come back. However, having said that, I had a quick message from Jo, the lovely lady of the house, and on Messenger, and it was a bit of a catch up, and I got invited over to the house for a bit of a catch up with Jo and Chris. They purchased an old 1910 villa, and they've been here for about 3 years now, and they're still in the process of refurbishing it. Coming along really good. So anyway, with no more to say, we'll go into the introductions. Right, guys, here we are. We're here now with Chris.
Hello.
And Jo. These are the friends I was telling you about that have purchased this beautiful 1910 villa, and they're in the process of refurbishing. So I'm going to ask them just a couple of questions, nothing difficult, and there's no prizes at the end of this. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions, guys. What made you purchase a villa that needed a lot of work doing? Who's first?
It's $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of an insanity, really. We had to leave Napier. We left Napier because it was getting a bit pricey, and we thought we'd reduce our mortgage by moving to Waipawa. So here we are. And when we saw this house, we just loved it at first sight.
Yeah.
Despite obvious work that was needed, we just thought we loved the place.
Yeah, it was in a terrible state. Terrible state. The previous owner hadn't done anything for a lot of years, and the paint on the wall, on the weatherboard, was like down to the bare wood. And it was in a real pickle. Inside, just about every wall, every floor needed some help.
So let me ask you something, Jo. What actually made you take on that challenge?
I think it was the love of an old home and the space. It's huge. It's really, really big. And
Yes,
it's quiet down here. It's it feels semi-rural, although you can hear cars going by. It is in the country, and we're 50 minutes away from my place of work, which I travel to twice a week, and I do it willingly because you come home to this. It's just magic.
Chris, you're on again. Now we know why Jo did it. Why did you do it? Not because Jo wanted to do it. Why did you want to take on the challenge?
I'm a little bit mad. I was quite happy to take on the challenge. It was a lovely house, and I've done a lot of renovating in my time, so to me it's not so much hard work as a lot of fun, and I was quite happy to get on with it. And Jo was very happy to be here, and I'm happy too.
And how about, did you ever have the thought about bringing back a bit of that old life back into your life in relation to the building itself? You know, keeping the structure the same?
I very much enjoy history.
Yeah.
Very much, and bringing a house back to its original look is very satisfying. I did like that side of it.
There's very few around, isn't it? You know, and those that are around, you find out a lot of people tend to modernize them.
That's true.
You know, make them more modern,
Yeah.
rather than keeping the same looks as they were way back 100 years ago.
Well, we were very fortunate in as much as nobody had painted the ceilings and the doors and the frame, so it's
pretty original.
Pretty original wood.
And the stuff we own it lends itself to an older home.
Yes.
We have always collected antique furniture and bits and pieces, as you'll see as we go through the house, and it just fits. It's perfect in this period of home.
Right, guys, one question that's come to mind while I've been standing here having a chat with you. Why have you called the house Dulce Domam. Chris, you tell me. Why?
We were looking for a name for the house, and what comes to my mind when we talk about things like this is Wind in the Willows, Lord of the Rings, places like A.A. Milne,
The house.
and I'd already done a Lord of the Rings name on another house, so we counted that out, and we were both fond of Wind in the Willows. It's a very beautiful story, and one of the chapters is Dulce Domen, means sweetly home, and it's when Ratty and Mole go back to Mole's house, which had been neglected for some time, which is quite interesting, and they did a big sweep up and slept the night and just had a wonderful time there, and it seemed to fit what we were doing here and seemed to tie in nicely with the house, and it's the kind of books we were brought up on and have meant a lot to us.
And it fits in with the period of the house too.
That's right.
Because the story was written in the same era as this house was built, so it just all fitted. It was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we personally love willows anyway. And if you have a look behind you, you'll see there's quite a. And yes, the twisty willows. We've always been fond of them. These come from a tree that was on a riverbank in Napier, and we took a cutting and planted it at a house we had in Napier.
Just a small cutting, eh?
Yeah, very small.
Probably about 12 inches long.
Yeah.
And over the period of 12 years, those trees grew to about 50 foot.
Yes.
They were
Wow.
massive. So these two trees behind you were a couple of branches that I'd sawn off the trees that we had in Napier.
And the two smaller ones, they're from cuttings from this tree.
Yeah.
So you were really totally inspired by Wind in the Willows with the renaming of the house,
Absolutely.
and also the planting of the willows in and
Yeah.
around the garden that I see
For
actually
sure.
today.
Yes.
Awesome. Excellent. Right. Okay. That was quite an interesting little story, how that all come about. And I like that because Wind in the Willows, is one of my favorite books. Even although I've forgotten most of it, you brought back some memories to me too of, when I was growing up as a child, etc. Can I just ask you, is it okay if we have a little bit of a look around at a couple of the rooms that you've done?
Absolutely.
And you've finished? And
Yes,
because I know,
yes.
Joe, that you are really into art and collectibles and stuff. Have you got anything interesting you'd like to show the viewers?
I've only got a few thousand things.
Well,
Yeah.
let's start with your first one.
The antique.
Chris, we've got the
The
antique.
original antique.
Yeah, but
we have to top up, so we may as well.
And
go
the thing
inside
is,
right now.
being a real, well, I'm going to call him a real Kiwi because he's been here since the age of 15, so he is a real Kiwi. Being a real Kiwi, he always drinks from an empty bloody glass. See,
We'll have to go
empty
and fill it
glass.
up.
All right, guys, come on, let's go in and let's have a look. Wow, look at this entranceway. My God. I love this entranceway. It's so wide, you just don't see those in modern houses today now. And the ceiling, my God, the roof, 14 foot high. Yeah, I know you're going to be wondering whether it takes up a lot of heating and so on. Well, I'll ask anyway. I'll ask Chris and Joe. I don't know where they've disappeared to. Where are you guys? Ah, they're here. Hi, guys.
Oh, come on.
Right, you're going to give us a little bit of a show around?
Yeah.
Yes,
Come on
this is probably my favourite room in here.
Say again?
This is probably my favourite room.
Ah, okay.
Um,
I can see why. I can see
yeah.
why.
We've called it the metal room because there's so many different aspects of metal in here.
Metal.
Yeah. So different candlesticks and the armour, all sorts of different
All right.
types of
So
metal. Yeah.
what's the story behind the armor that you have?
Well, because of my interest, I had a go at making bits and pieces of armour just to decorate the place, and this is this piece Joe made when she was at art school. It's a lovely piece.
Okay, Joe, what? That's body armour, isn't it?
Yeah. It was part of one of the assignments we had to do towards the degree I did at art school. And that was
okay.
just a product of an assignment.
Wow. Oh, that's nice. So tell me, Chris, I know you're a Pom, deep down, like I'm a Scot.
Yeah, I'm a Pom.
But what's the reason behind the map that you have there in the corner?
This is a map of the county of Sussex in England, which is the county I lived in. I was born in Brighton General Hospital and lived in a little place outside of Brighton called Portslade. And this is a print of a map commissioned by James I in 1611. And there's a lot of things I love about Sussex. One is the Battle of Hastings, of course.
Which
And
was the year?
1066.
1066, the famous Battle of Hastings.
That's right,
And
1066
there's a
and all that.
lovely connection with 1066 and the fabric that I chose for the curtains that I made.
Yeah.
So it has the same sort of motif that is on the Bordeaux tapestries of 1066.
Yeah.
And you did that yourself, Joe?
Oh, I made all the curtains in the house, yeah.
Wow.
Joe found that material.
Yeah, it was like a
because she
50
knew-
metre roll of
Yeah.
this fabric.
So that was very lucky coming across
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that, because
Absolutely.
I don't think you would see anything like that now.
You do see it, that it's very expensive, and I got it.
Oh,
Song.
and who is this?
This is our
That's come to
baby.
join us.
Our part Prince Charles and what is it?
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Obi.
Where the Chihuahua
Prince
is, we never know.
Charles crossed with Chihuahua.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
his
We
name
don't
is
emphasise
Obi.
the Chihuahua.
I call him Obi-Wan.
Well, he's in the right room for it anyway, with all the armour and the
And he's a
history,
good boy.
the history here, and
You love a ball.
the
don't
king on his throne.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, no doubt. Having had dogs myself, I know they take pride in place in one little position. Okay, Joe, are you going to show us
Yep.
some of yours?
you? Come over
Okay,
here.
we'll follow you. Okay, guys. Well, what do you got to show me here?
Come on in. This is what we call the Rum Room.
Red rum.
Red rum.
Has it got any
There's no rum.
connectivity to the horse red rum?
No, it's
More.
connected to The Shining and Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson's movie.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary
Oh,
movies.
And it was a very scary movie. But there was a part of it about red rum, so you have to look into that if you.
Okay, I'm
want
just
to know
looking
more.
over Chris's shoulder there. And are these things that you've collected, Chris, or?
Oh,
No.
both of us actually over the years. So for years we've been collecting strange things, antiques, and just curiosities. And now we have a room to put them in. So this is like a museum type room.
Uh-huh.
And there's just real strange things in here. So we have a wall of skeletons here, of skulls.
Yeah, so what have we got? I see we've got sharks, we've got...
That's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but clearly that's not real.
Yeah, this, it's a raptor of some sort.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's good. That's nice. And over here, what have we got here? What's this little fella's name? You must have a name for them.
No,
No, I haven't got a name for
You
him.
can
He's
name
a
that
Halloween character you can buy in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'll open up this cabinet.
And what else have we got here? My God, I'm looking around now and there's a lot of strange things in
Come and
here.
have a look in here. So this is where this room becomes like a museum where there's a lot of strange things.
Oh, you've
that's
got
been collected over the
bird's
years.
nest, which will be relatively new. You've got a seahorse there.
Obi loves the smells in this room, in this cabinet.
And the large bone there.
Probably a cow bone.
Oh,
I'd say.
cow bone, yeah. Okay, but it gives that feel anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and you've got all these little variant birdie beak things. I hope none of these are kiwis.
No.
No, and some butterflies.
Sparrows.
Yeah, wow. That's
And
nice.
some strange things here. If you come in front of me here, these are
Oh, yeah.
all over the place.
Oh,
we-
I think a lot of people will find these things scary. Look,
We found that one under our house.
that's a little rat,
These other ones
guys.
have been imported. They've come from overseas.
This is a rhinoceros beetle. This is a little flying lizard.
Yeah, isn't he cool?
And then you've got a little bat.
Oh, I love that badge.
My God. Fledermaus in German. Fledermaus. Some sort of
It's the leaf beetle. You know,
yeah, well, leaf
mimic the
beetle.
leaf.
My God. Butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
My God, lovely. I noticed today when we were outside talking, there was a couple of butterflies
Oh yeah.
flying around
Monarchs?
out here. Yeah, monarch butterflies.
Yeah,
My God, I
love
miss
them.
them. They're beautiful birds. And they are birds, beautiful butterflies. But, you know, one thing about them, they just stick to one plant. If you've got a monarch plant, then they just stick to that. They lay their eggs,
Yeah.
and then they eat that. The youngsters eat that, then they fly off, and they'll come back next year just to have another go because you supply them with free food. Okay, what else? Come on, look, I'm looking round here. I
Right.
can't see it on
A
camera.
collection of Toby jokes you might be interested in.
Oh yeah, the old Tobys were very famous in the days.
Yeah, we're quite fond of them. We have a son called Toby as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be quite scared if they were living in here on their own at night. You know, house sitting. But
yeah.
for me, I find it quite intriguing. I like it. So,
I've tried to be scared, but it doesn't happen. I'm quite happy here.
okay, tell me one thing. What's this here?
So that's come from my brother. He's an optometrist, and this was the light that they used to use in the old days for optometry. And over here is the chair that went with it. I'm in the process of doing it up, so reupholstering it and fixing up the rusty chrome.
So you're going to bring it all back to life again?
Yeah,
right?
we used to have it in the garden at our other place, and it's got a bit weathered. So.
And what about
That needs redoing.
the two fellas behind you?
Oh yeah, these came from a school, from a science department in a school. So we've got the two human skeletons there, and over here is the flora and fauna.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Uh,
This is the latest thing we got. This is a gannet skull. This one on the top here. This is a gannet skull that we found on the beach.
wow.
And we buried it, cleaned it up, and now it has pride of place in that cabinet.
Well, here in Hawke's Bay, you're likely to come across them anyway
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've got the gannet colony down
That's
at
right.
the Cape.
Cape.
So eventually you're going to find them lying around, which is quite
Yeah.
sad. But they
Yeah.
do break their necks sometimes, they break their wings, and they can't
Yeah.
fend for themselves when they dive into the water.
Yeah, it was
You know,
pretty
so
sad
it's quite
seeing
sad.
it on the
It
beach.
was
But because
sad-
they're beautiful.
sad seeing the poor old
And then it was
boy.
even sadder when we had to bring it home and work out how we were going to
Beautiful
save
birds.
the
I
skull.
love them. I love them.
Anyway.
So what about Fred and Ernie in the corner up here?
That's Raj and Marge.
Raj and Marge.
Sitting
So
up there
obviously
having
they
a
come from
picnic.
India, you know, do they? So hey guys, don't be scared. They're only plastic replicas. So yeah, it's not real, but it portrays the real thing.
Below that is another one of the science posters that came from a school.
Oh my God! Look at this!
Yeah, that's a working phone.
Wow, and it works.
Yeah, well, it's just recently
It's-
been disconnected, but it is a working phone.
Wow.
We've lost our
This-
landline, but
I get it. It's a replica.
yeah.
I can see it's a replica because it doesn't have the old cord,
No, it doesn't have that.
cable,
All the
wire, and so on. But
winding,
my God! Sorry about that, guys. I had to intervene.
Improvise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, loved it. Lovely room. Right. Okay, Joe. What have you got here for
So-
us now?
This is my studio where I do all my creating. There's lots of examples of artwork on the wall up here. If you come in a bit more, Alex, you'll be able to see.
I'm going to just
Yeah.
move in a little bit so I've got a better view of it. Get the light behind me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is my hangout place. If we're not stripping wallpaper or painting the outside of the house, I'm in here making something for the house.
And this is all your own handwork?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Paintings from the past that I've done over the years.
Pretty
Some of
talented, I would
some of
say. My God. I knew that you were into art years ago, you know, when we first met way back then.
Yeah.
If you can remember that far back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well I can't, so I'm pleased that you reminded me.
I was actually studying art when
Okay.
we first met. So
I know you
at
were
university
going back
then.
and forth.
Yeah.
EIT, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Palmerston too.
Yeah, Palmerston. My God, that's a bit of a trip.
Mm.
Yeah. So what I see exactly whose room this is. I've got it, and because I just look at Chris right now, and he's in the perfect position with his arm on the table, glass of wine, watching you doing your thing.
Yeah, typical,
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Ah,
Yeah.
this is impressive. I like this. It's unusual. It's busy.
Yeah, it is busy. That's what I
But
like. The chaos, organised
it's-
chaos.
It's very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Great.
This mural was already in here when we bought the place. We didn't put that in.
Okay. But even
It's
that,
all right. Yeah.
that's a feature wall. It's
quite like
nice. Having a feature wall, it's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Busy person. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Very good. Hey guys, thanks very much for letting me see in there. Wow, that was amazing. I tell you what, Joe, you must be one hell of a busy lady.
Well,
Where
I'll
we?
tell you what, why don't you come in and look at their workshop?
Your workshop?
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go and see. Look at it.
Kind of talk.
Hey, now I know. My God, you're lucky people. At least you got something to do. Anyway, tell me all about it. Look at those colours, guys. I love those colours.
Yeah. So this room was purple when we moved in here.
Really?
So that didn't last long, as you can imagine.
Wow.
This couldn't cope with the purple.
This blue actually comes in line with all the wood. I like it.
Yeah.
Blue being my favourite colour. And I love,
Me
my
too.
God, look at the chandelier.
Yeah, that was a second-hand find. I actually bought 2 chandeliers and made it into the one fantastic chandelier. That
So
you see.
where did the other chandelier go?
That's going to go into the spare bedroom eventually.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, what I like about this room, is that east facing? That window?
That's north. No, that's north.
That'll be
That-
north.
is that north facing?
Yeah.
But what I like about it is the bay window.
Yeah, the sun.
My
all
God, that,
afternoon. It's
you can
just
see how much light that actually brings
morning,
into the room.
afternoon.
My God, it's nice. I love, and I'm in favour of seeing that first light in the morning coming in through the window. That makes my day.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we've got roses out the windows, so in summer they're just blooming. We see a massive white
Wow.
roses. And if you turned around behind you there, Alex, you'll see this gorgeous fireplace. We haven't had to touch any of the wood in the house because it's all
Wow.
been kept original.
So I take it that behind this fireplace,
yeah, it's a proper working fireplace.
Is-
We just cover it up for winter. Stop
Wow.
the drafts. And birds. We've had birds come down the chimney.
yeah, you will. I used to have that quite a lot
It's
because
scary.
you're not using the chimney that much. They make
Yeah.
nests.
That's
They do.
right. Yeah.
If you don't use it, they make nests. If you use it, they don't.
We have used it a couple of times, but we don't really need it.
Do you know something? I'm gonna congratulate you guys because I've really had a great time here today catching up with you. But to see what you've taken on, it's no mean feat. It's a hell of a job.
It is.
But I can
yeah.
see you making progress through the whole thing. But the thing that really does strike me is the fact you're retaining all that wooden, old 1900
Yeah.
look.
We wouldn't
Even
have
although
it
you-
any other way.
Even although you brought in a modern side to it, everything is absolutely wonderful. Now look at the headboard. The headboard was that an original headboard or was that an old fireplace that
It's
was?
an old fireplace.
Yeah, I thought it
That
was
we
an old
bought with
fireplace.
us,
Yeah.
and we've used it as a headboard.
Wow, you guys have done extremely well.
Thank
And
you.
look at this. Look at those old suitcases and the old hat boxes or
Boxes,
whatever you
yeah,
want to
that's-
call them.
That's what they're called.
My
Yeah.
God, look at that. Well done, guys.
Thank
Super amazing. And I can't wait to be back when it's completed. But hey,
I don't know if it ever will.
I'm stuck here anyway, so you know, I could be like a
What do you like up a ladder? Any good? I know
not,
you're vertically challenged, but ladders can help that.
yeah, but there's one thing that you don't know.
Oh yeah.
I get vertigo.
Oh,
I even get dizzy on 2 pair of socks.
right. Well, we could find some ground level jobs for you, Alex. I'm sure.
Oh,
No, I'm-
sure you will, Joe.
I'm
Joe's
used
very
to
good at
jumping
finding
out.
jobs.
I'm used to
Yeah.
jumping out of aeroplanes and paragliding and abseiling and all that. But
Right.
hey, guys,
There it
absolutely one.
is.
Let's head on out into the hallway
Yeah, come
and
on.
let's. Hey, Joe, I heard that you're the one that's actually taking lessons on the piano.
That's not entirely true. We have been teaching ourselves.
We have. So let's go out here.
We won't. Look, we won't play it right now.
No.
I'm not going to.
Back to
I'm not going to subject
I'm not going to be playing anything.
subject myself to this
No, good
today.
on you.
I've been in enough pain already. Thank you very much. But anyway, what say that we do catch up at another stage
Yeah.
and
Have a good old sing song.
we have a little sing song and just get on with
That
it.
sounds good.
I'm used to the old video key and I
numbered
think
all
I'm
the
pretty
keys.
good at singing.
Yeah, look, we've got all the
We've
letters on
numbered all the keys then. So.
It's all a bit crazy. But
I didn't learn numbers when I was a kid. Anyway, we'll work that one out. But you know, here's something you didn't know. I was a very, very good tap dancer when I
Me
was young.
too. I did tap dance.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah, we could
But,
do a duo sometime.
No, we can't we can't no, we can't anymore. Do you know why?
No?
Because
Oh, yeah.
I had to give it up. And I gave it up because I kept falling into the sink all the time.
Right, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Bit of humour? Tap.
Yeah, got it. That would have got you in some
Props.
hot
Yeah, I
Props.
got it.
Alex, that would
That's
have
okay.
got you in some hot water, no doubt.
And I was in hot water many times. My God. And I love you, butterfly. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. Look, I've got to go. I've got to shoot. Thanks so much for today. I really,
pleasure.
Ah, it's been a
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
fun.
And I know there's lots more around here to see, but we don't want to make this
Another
2
time.
hours long. I really appreciate it. I accept and I understand your endeavours, and I can see what you've got ahead. And I'm just going to wish you luck. But
Thanks.
Thank
please,
you.
when I pop up next time,
The ladder will be out.
and don't work. Okay?
Well, thank you for
We'll try.
being here. It's been marvellous.
Don't work because I can see you love your wine. Chris,
Cheers.
I can see you love your wine. I'll bring a couple and let's just enjoy sitting out in your lovely garden.
Nice one. Thanks, Alex.
Okay?
Thank
Thanks
you.
Bye,
very much.
everybody.
Thanks very much for
Bye-bye.
everything.